Hello and welcome. Here we are for Around the Planet for the month of September. Can't believe it's almost fall. I'm super excited to introduce and interview Mitch Sandoval. So welcome, Mitch, and thank you for agreeing to be interviewed and share a little bit about yourself with the Planet family. So why don't you tell us about what your current position is and maybe what you've done at Planet before that?
Well, thank you for having me. So,
of course.
Currently I am the service manager over at Hyundai. I started back with Planet back, I was actually just looking, it was the 8th of May back in 2014.
Wow.
So it was, I think, a few weeks after they moved into this building. So they had some of my interviews actually over at Hyundai when it was still Honda.
Okay.
So I was a service writer, service writer for Honda for a while. I was the drive manager for Honda for a while as well. And then back to being a service writer, and then went over to Hyundai, and here I am now as a service manager. So I went to be a service writer over there as well.
That's exciting.
Yes.
So what's been the most fun being a manager after being a peer with everybody and now you're a boss?
You know, just kind of seeing more behind the scenes, you know, going to some of the manager meetings and stuff. I mean, I actually enjoy them. I mean, it's fun and have a good time there, so that's what I enjoy.
You learn a lot.
I do, yes.
You get to see a bigger picture of the company, I think.
You do. So it's things I never knew as a service writer, so I go in and like, I've never even thought of it that way. So all the behind the scenes things.
Right. And now you're in charge of a lot of things.
Yes. So
and,
I know, before go and like with Matt being the manager, I go there and I'm like, why does he keep bugging me about this? Why does he want me to do this? I'm just here. I mean, I'm doing my job, and now I kind of see why.
Now you're like, okay, now I have to do the same thing.
Yes. Now I'm like, okay, I get where he's coming from.
But you've been having some great months.
Oh yeah.
So
first one was a little rough, but second one was good. So just changing some things down there and processes, and just they're working.
You're doing great.
I appreciate it.
Hyundai Service is awesome. It's rocking and going to have a new building pretty soon, which will be even better, and just keep growing.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I know it's a little crazy over there right now, but we're getting through it.
Yeah, and like you said, it's coming together. It looks great.
Yes, it's actually looking like a building now.
Yeah. So Mitch, I know last month was record setting, which is awesome. So congratulations.
Yes.
How did you achieve that? Did you know you were going to hit that goal, or tell us a little bit about that? I
didn't know. So I was kind of, told that we were kind of pacing higher than anticipated, which was nice. But I know kind of to achieve that goal, I changed some processes down there a little bit to kind of take a little more stress off the advisors and kind of take control of different processes. Like the PA process for engines and stuff. I kind of just took that over because it's easier for me to watch it from point A to point B than it to go in a bunch of different hands and sometimes get lost here and there. So changing that helped a ton, and it kind of freed them up a little bit to more time with their customers, which helps out a ton.
It does. It really does. And you have great scores too.
Yeah.
So tell us, for your record hit, all-time record high, are you going to be able to beat that in the next couple months, or?
That's the goal.
I figured that.
You always want to shoot high. So
I know.
I mean, the worst going to happen is you don't, but I mean, if you don't set goals, you won't hit them. So
that's true. That's true. And just also to say to our customers that we know everybody's really backed up. I mean, Hyundai service around town is 2 to 3 weeks out usually. Where are you at right now with your oil changes? And if our customers are watching, maybe talk a little bit about that process.
So we're kind of in the same boat right now. I know we're working on getting that changed right now. I know before we were needing the time or the vehicle for a little more time for diagnostic, but we've kind of changed a couple things up, and now we're starting to get caught up, which is nice.
Really nice.
So normally something where we'll have answers in 3 days or so. It's usually right around the next day we're getting them in and getting them looked at, which is nice.
Right.
So,
which is huge.
Yep, change a couple processes there. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yep.
And then, as you know, we couldn't do it without our technicians down there.
Oh my gosh, they work so hard.
They do, yes.
So it's a well-oiled machine. It's working great, but we still need a little bit of time to get everything to work. And
so as you know, with the construction going on, I mean, we have all that going, and it's going to leave us room for more bays, more technicians, and then from there, it's just going to be easier to get caught up, and soon we'll be, hopefully less than a week out for half this stuff. So
wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, it would.
We're going to get there. I know it.
Yes.
So, Mitch, I know a little bit about you, but I don't think everybody else does. Why don't you tell us about your personal life a little bit, or hobbies, or whatever you'd like to share?
Yeah. Well, I have 4 boys. So 2 of them I've been raising since one was 3 and one was 8.
Oh.
So I've been raising them, and then now they're 14 and 19. And then we have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So life is crazy when it comes down to that. So hobbies have kind of changed a little bit with little kids now.
Right.
But mainly, as you know, on Sundays, I really enjoy playing softball. I play on a competitive league down in Littleton. Other than that, I golf every now and then.
Okay.
I enjoy going to Vandermeer. I have a Mustang that I like going up there
I didn't know
racing,
that.
So
what year is it?
It's a 2015.
Okay. And what color?
It's black.
Ooh. Yep. And how fast does it go?
Right now, 13.0 is the best. So, but I'm getting ready to supercharge it here soon and have a little more fun.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine doing that.
Yes.
So how often do they do that at Vandermeer?
So I go up there usually Wednesdays. They'll do it's like test and tune where you can just bring your car up there. You can race it. That. So I mean, you could even bring yours up there.
I should bring that old Civic up there.
You could, yeah. People would probably love to see that up there, though. But, yeah, it's fun just going up there Wednesday nights. You get to mingle with people
that's
with
fun.
same
I didn't know that.
hobbies and stuff like that are just up there racing their cars, or they have just regular cars that are slow as can be, or they have full-out race cars up there. So.
Now, do you race other people at the same time, or can you just go out by yourself and just?
No, it's usually so. There's a right and a left lane, so either you're in one or the other, so you're just racing some random person, or even if you want, if you're there with a friend, you can just tell them that you're behind you, like, want to race that guy back there.
Okay, I might just have to go out and do that.
It's fun. At least go watch. I mean, it's fun to go and watch at least as well.
I probably would love that. I have to go check it out.
And we brought the 3-year-old for the first time a few weeks back, and he had a blast.
Did he really?
Yes. I was like, I don't know how he's going to react to this, but he loved it. And then he's like, I want to go see the race cars. I'm like, all right.
Let's do it. So that's a great parent to have a 19, a 14, 2 teenagers, and then toddlers.
Yeah.
So how do you parent both of them, would you say? What advice would you give to somebody who's maybe approaching the teenage years with younger kids? Because you've done both.
The teenage years are rough, because we have the one that's finally growing up and maturing a little bit, so we don't clash as hard. Right. And we have the 14-year-old who's going to that mouthy, I know everything stage, leave me alone. So getting out, one going in. So it's tough. Yeah. And then the toddlers they don't slow down.
No, they don't slow down.
I mean, it's just time and patience.
Yeah.
Mainly.
And the 2-year-old, that 2-year stage, it's like I said, you never negotiate with a toddler.
No.
You're going to lose every time.
You can. Our 3-year-old, he remembers everything.
Does he really?
He doesn't forget anything.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. And then
my gosh.
The 1-year-old does everything he does.
Right. Well, it's very impressive that you have the 4 boys with that age range, and you're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
So that's awesome.
Sometimes, you wonder they don't feel like you do, but then, you take a step back and you look and you're like, they're pretty good kids, actually.
They are good kids. Well, you're doing a great job. Now, I also know that you were in a tournament and did really well. So tell us a little bit about that, because that was a big deal.
The softball, yes.
Yes.
We made it all the way to the finals in our softball tournament, and I mean, we made it pretty much almost undefeated. We lost one game just because short players, but we ended up just in the finals. Just a lot of our team was playing in a tournament the day before. Oh, so and they were there all day. So then we came to Sunday. They were just tired, worn out. Yep.
That's what happened. So how many games did you have to play to get to the champion?
So in our division that season there was 8 teams. So normally the top 6 will go, so only the bottom 2 don't. Okay. But it all depends on number 1 seed plays lower seed, so on and so forth. So we were actually the number 2 seed going in.
Wow.
And ended up losing to the number 3. So that's the worst part.
So you had 8. So you had 6 games to get that you were almost undefeated at. That's amazing.
No, to go to undefeated, I know throughout the season we had 10 games before playoffs. Wow. So we were 9-1 going in.
Oh my gosh. So what position do you play?
I play center field.
Okay.
So I'm an outfielder.
All right. Awesome.
I don't like the infield at all.
Now why is that?
I'm scared of the ball.
I'm scared of the ball too.
When it's hit like that, I'm like,
but you can catch it all day long up there in center field.
Yeah, as long as it's not rolling on the ground at me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm like this, and then I would probably miss it. So I'd be like, so it's hard position to play, and then you have to throw it a really long ways. Or where do you normally throw to? Second?
Yeah, it depends on where it is, but normally just second base, cut off right around there.
Yeah.
Depends on if they have someone trying to run in, catch or not.
Right.
But yeah.
Have you played all your life?
I have. I played competitively since I was 8.
Oh, wow.
So,
competitively since you were 8.
Yep. So all growing up, I was in competitive leagues, and then I played all through high school.
Okay.
And then from there, I stopped.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Then, do your boys play at all?
The older boy, he graduated from Ralston Valley.
Okay.
He played his freshman and sophomore year.
All right.
And kind of COVID going on there, so it
Yeah.
kind of ruined it. But then the 14-year-old goes Arvada West right now, and
Okay.
he plays on the freshman football team. So
He's football.
those two are football.
Okay.
So, and then the younger ones, I don't know.
You don't know yet. Yeah.
He just likes to ride his scooter around.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's
Yes.
hard to know. So, Mitch, for 9 years, it's been fun to watch you grow and now be a manager. That's what I love seeing about our employees, to see that all the internal growth that we have and the opportunities that we have.
Yes.
And that we really try and honor that, because it's important to see, you work hard and then you become the manager. So I love seeing you there, and I love seeing you at the managers meetings.
I appreciate it. Feels good to be there. So.
I know. Well, good
And then,
job.
everyone else, who wants to move up, I mean, there's always going to be opportunity for them
Right.
as well. So it will arise eventually.
Yeah. What advice would you give somebody who maybe there's an opening and they don't even know if they're ready for it? What advice would you give them? And then what advice would you give somebody who is ready for it? And what advice would you give them for the interview process?
For the interview process, I mean, just go in there, just be confident. I mean, even if you don't feel like you're ready,
Right.
but you want to take that next step, I mean, just go for it. What's the
Right.
worst that can happen?
Right.
So,
Exactly. That's true. Because sometimes you don't know when you're ready.
nope.
And
I mean, sometimes, you don't. Sometimes, you either the position's there, available, you go for it, and then if you get it, then
Right.
great, and then you're there, and you're going to,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
I've had great people to help me and mentor me throughout this as well, so
absolutely.
that's what counts, because I know, same thing, I mean, they'll also have those people to help
Right.
them.
Right. And I know in the interview process, if you don't get the position, usually you'll get feedback from the team or whoever interviewed you. Sometimes it's a panel, and they'll give you feedback on things to work on, or try this or that. And to see that evolve is really always exciting for me to watch.
Yes.
So I'm glad you went for the promotion and you achieved it and earned it, and you have it.
Yes, it does feel good.
All right. Well, you're doing a fabulous job, and thank you again for agreeing to be interviewed.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, and I'm very proud of your promotion and how hard you worked.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.